Hi guys, I was just reading there about Martin O Neill's memoirs which were about to come out. In it, he states that when he was managing the Republic of Ireland down south, he always felt a bit like an outsider. I think the Dublin media used to refer to him as a northerner, which he took in a kind of a derogatory way. And it made me think about the Joe Brolly interview on Virgin Media not so long ago, where again he was saying when he was down south in college, he always felt a bit like an outsider and that he and other Northern nationalists were kind of treated with suspicion as if they were, are they terrorists? I think they could be terrorists. Now, there was a major backlash in the South after that Joe Brolly interview, and wow, there was some serious articles in the Examiner and the Irish Times and whatnot saying that Joe Brolly's lived experience was actually wrong. That he'd somehow he just made all that up, and that we'd never treated Northern nationalists anything but fairly. But then you think of the Bernadette McAliskey interview on Tommy Tiernan not so long ago as well, where again she was saying like the southern states' perspective on Northern nationalists, be it 100 years ago or today, kind of remains the same, which is, to use her words, they're just not worth the bother. There's just a lot of hassle, like. And then I was thinking, the conversations around a united Ireland down south, they're often, they always say, like, before we even imagine that, we have to be absolutely sure that we're going to be able to treat Northern Unionists and Loyalists with the utmost respect and to make them feel welcome. And of course, that's absolutely true. But I think, is it not high time that the South and Southern media make Northern nationalists feel welcome in any imagined United Ireland, and maybe for the first time acknowledge the fact that 100 years ago the South abandoned Northern nationalists to second-class citizenship to live in a unionist supremacist statelet, and for the Southern media to also acknowledge to the North, look, we don't give a shit about what's going on up there. We couldn't care less unless now there's a bit of mud to be slung at the party that represents an existential threat to our hegemony, as evidenced there recently where there was a direct threat to the Republic of Ireland from loyalists, and you wouldn't hear much about it in the media, but there was wall-to-wall coverage for I think 2 weeks after the Irish women's soccer team sang the chorus of Celtic FC's anthem. So, with that in mind, is it time for the South to reach out, finally, to Northern nationalists?